Go for them offensively.
Plumlee will throw back-to-back sideline. The adjustment and the catch is made. Lawrence Keys the third stud at a two-lane first down.
Well, this defender right here comes down a little too far, and John Rice Plumlee is able to get around him. And it's a really nice job of making a really good back shoulder throw. On the previous play, they rolled.
In motion, Kirkland to throw. In traffic, picked off. The Stallions defense grabbing it as Trey Norwood comes up with his first interception on the season.
So Trey Norwood's right here. He's going to have his eyes in the backfield, and then when this receiver goes flat, he's just going to go deep. Reads the eyes of John Trey Kirkland and is able to intercept this thing, but he's kind of tracking it the entire time. Sees Lawrence Keys going low, so he knows something's got to be going deep. He's able to retreat and get the interception, and what started out as a promising drive offensively into an interception.
Plumlee, pressure in his face, got out of it. He's got to crease up the middle and capitalizes on it, sliding down safely at around the 12-yard line. Check that at about the 13.
You can hear him saying, backers go, backers go. That's Deontay Johnson and Tate Crowder both blitzing. Unfortunately, when you blitz the linebackers, you have to contain John Rice Plumlee. They've got two free runners at the quarterback. His quickness gets him outside. And
17-21 on the season. This to get Houston on the board, and does. 33-yarder, good. Second straight positive drive for the Gamblers. Plumlee rolling again. This is where he's comfortable. He's got some room to roll. And man, he can cook and get up to top speed in a blur. Sliding down to the 30-yard line. 20-yard pickup for John Rice Plumlee.
Well, the defensive end goes inside and they bring a blitz. And so there's nobody out here to contend with John Rice Plumlee, who just has plenty of time to diagnose what's going on. And then look at all the room for John Rice Plumlee once he gets outside of the pocket. Houston.
Empty for him, middle of the field, contested catch is made, and a flag is down. Draw man catch from Marty Rogers.
Pass interference, defense number 21.
We're going to just put the ball down because it's a completed pass or no?
Well, we got a catch, we can decline the foul.
It's a catch, right, guys? Yeah.
Pass interference, defense number 21. The penalties decline. The result of the play is first down.
Former Washington Commanders tight end hauling it in.
It's pretty good coverage by Trey Norwood. You're going to see the slant come in, and it's just a better catch by Armani Rogers and a good throw by John Rice Plumlee.
Major lost his footing, got it back. Touchdown, Houston. Marcus Major, 5 years at OU, wrapped up his career at Minnesota in 2024 with the first touchdown for the Gamblers today.
Not the Gamblers. The Open, we talked about how hard would they play with, on paper, nothing to play for. And they're up 10-0, potentially, with the completion of this extra point.
And on paper, missing their best offensive players. No Marcus Yarns, the most explosive running back in the UFL, and Jalen, but a little lower. Houston to the ground, there's a seam. Kirk Merritt turning on the Jets, and Merritt lowering the shoulder for 5 more yards. The speed and the strength for Kirk Merritt, former Red Wolf from Arkansas State.
This is really well designed, little split zone action.
Here we go, lock it back in.
So the tight end coming across removes this linebacker out, and then it's a nice job of Avery Jones getting up to the second level on the remaining linebacker in the box. And then a good read by Kirk Merritt.
Plumlee, pressure in his face. Oh, left him in the dirt for the touchdown. That's why they call him Bro Jackson.
Oh, look at the stanky leg. I'm doing a stanky leg up here too because I had anytime John Rice Plumlee touchdown, baby. Cha-ching!
1-on-1, and Plumlee broke him down and won mixtape style.
I mean, this is the danger. I mean, you got to get a couple blitzes off the edge, but one-on-one with John Rice Plumlee, and once again, he's able to break contain of the defense. We've seen this over and over and over. 3 hitters off the edge, not keeping contained, not going to the upfield, his eyes from downfield onto the rush.
Now going to the ground. Here's Snoop Connor with the leap, and another large run here as the Stallions start to cook a little bit, 15 yards. Dorian Thompson-Robinson facing the rush and sacked again. Kenny Dyson. And the Gamblers' defensive front has taken over this game. Dyson, former FCS star out of Bryant.
There's not much to it. I mean, it just beats Noah Henderson, who was just called for the false start off the edge. So, Noah Henderson, you've cost your team about 15, 20 yards the last 2 plays.
It's an excellent job showing inside move. If you guys noticed, his body was turned inside. It looked like he was going to go right into that B gap, and then gave him sort of that sideways speed rush north-south. It's a really good job showing one thing to the tackle, forcing the set you want, and then doing something else.
Back-to-back sacks by Dyson. Houston looking for the 35 to move the chains. Plumlee, it's going to be close. Oh! He goes airborne for the first down. John Rice Plumlee showing the vert. My goodness.
They actually have a spy for him here. It's Deontay Johnson, but he gets caught on this side of the line, and Plumlee just escapes that way. So if you're going to spy the quarterback, you got to get him squared up. Stay on one side of the line, favoring it, and not be able to get over there when the quarterback scrambles. So John Rice Plumlee going vertical.
That's picked up, taken the other way. Alex Cook will try to outrace Plumlee. Plumlee got stiff armed. Touchdown, Birmingham. Alex Cook with the defensive score for the 2nd straight week. And was that the spark the Stallions needed to keep the postseason hopes alive? Let's see how Houston responds. Going to the ground, huge crease. Marcus Major off to the races. He tried to stiff arm, a little high step, working the sideline, and Major will take it the distance, 72 yards. How about that for a response? The spark was short-lived.
Watch what this action does. It's a split zone. The split flow is the tight end going opposite of the flow of the offensive line, and it takes the linebacker, play side linebacker, out of the play. Backside linebacker gets caught up in the line of scrimmage. There's nobody there until Marcus Major.
Hey, what's up? Come out.
First things first. DTR, end zone, back shoulder, and a beauty. Kyrick McGowan has his first 2 catches of the season on this drive, culminating with the touchdown.
Finally some life for this Birmingham offense, and they will certainly go for 2 to try and cut the deficit to 8.
Open lane, Jalen White with the burst to the 20-yard line. Former All-Sunbelt selection out of Georgia Southern, 28 yards.
This double team right here is going to make Cole Kublik proud. They get movement, and the guard gets up to the linebacker as well. The defensive tackle on the other side disappears. Center gets up on the play side linebacker, and there is a yawning hole for Jalen White to run through. Almost took that thing to the house.
Nobody has to come off of that combo at all. That's being called blocked.
To make it a 13-point game, and it's good. So that means the Stallions will need a touchdown, maybe 2, unless they can find a chance for that 4 points.
Well, we love a good run game, and Houston certainly has had that. The interior of that offensive line really controlling it. Kirk Merritt had a long run in the first half. John Rice Plumlee's gotten involved for a rushing touchdown. He's got 82 rush yards on the day, but the long run came from Marcus Major. Same one that Kirk Merritt hit, same run scheme that Marcus Major was able to take it to the house. Will they catch him? Spoiler alert, they will not. He's been able to get in the end zone. Houston, 275 yards rushing, a UFL single game record. Impressive.